Chlorine is one of the world's most useful chemicals, but it's also toxic. If you treat it carelessly, chlorine can hurt you. Chlorine is a chemical used continuously throughout the ingot plant for metal treatment. Chlorine is used for fluxing holding furnaces, as well as treatment of metal in the 622 and 528 filter boxes. Chlorine is received at Alcoa in rail car and 1-ton containers in liquid form. The rail car is spotted on track 10 and connected to the chlorine facility. With the continuous use of chlorine within the ingot plant, we need to know the hazards associated with it and what to do should a leak occur. Overexposure to chlorine could result in a serious injury or even be fatal. Contact with chlorine may cause burns to skin and eyes. Contact with liquid chlorine may cause frostbite. Chlorine in the liquid form is extremely hazardous since the chlorine expands to gas at an atmospheric pressure at 450 to 1 ratio. Chlorine is a toxic gas. In a gaseous form, chlorine's density is approximately 2.5 times that of air. So in case of a liquid or gas chlorine leak, stay out of low-lying areas. The chlorine gas has a staunch and irritating odor. A major leak will be visible as a yellow-greenish cloud. Also, chlorine will accelerate the combustion of materials such as wood, paper, and oil. The container may explode in the heat of the fire. Here we see a heated piece of steel wool coming in contact with chlorine. You can see the rapid acceleration of combustion with the steel wool. All chlorine leaks, no matter how slight, should be reported to supervision as soon as possible. Hi, my name is Mike Brooks, Plant Protection Supervisor here at Warwick Operations. I'd like a few minutes just to discuss the new fire alarm and chemical warning system that's being installed. The fire alarm and chemical warning system consists of a fire alarm system capable of reporting fires, chemical emergencies, or severe weather emergencies. One of the methods of activating the chemical warning system is automatically at the chlorine house. At the chlorine facility, there are several chlorine monitors located around the tank car and inside the chlorine house that are there monitoring for chlorine leaks. If one of these detectors detects a half of part per million of chlorine, it will sound a signal in the maintenance supervisor's office and the production supervisor's office. If a low level or 1/2 part per million alarm is received, the maintenance personnel and the maintenance personnel only respond to the chlorine facility to see if there are any abnormalities. If these chlorine monitors detect 2.5 parts per million of chlorine, they will sound what is called a high-level chlorine alarm. That is what will activate the chemical warning system. So in the vicinity of the chlorine house, the north end of the pot rooms, the east end of the ingot plant, you will hear the chemical warning signal or the high-low signal. On a high-low signal, that is your warning to evacuate the immediate area and be prepared for further instructions if it were, in fact, a chlorine leak. When the high-level alarm sounds, the air makeup units that are located throughout this courtyard are automatically shut down, and the supply of chlorine to the ingot plant is also automatically shut down by these valves located here. On a high-level alarm, the Plant Protection Department, Hazardous Materials Response Team, and the Plant Fire Brigade will be responding to the chlorine facility to assist the maintenance personnel in controlling of the leak and to assist the production department in confirming that an evacuation of the area has been made. Simultaneously, the Ingot chlorine response team will be responding along with the maintenance response team. The Ingot response team will be available in self-contained breathing apparatus to either maintain or shut down the complexes that needed to be evacuated due to the chlorine leak. Also located at the chlorine facility are emergency shut-off buttons. They're located at each exit of the platform and on the chlorine facility building itself. They're labeled emergency chlorine shut-off. By activating those shutoffs, the supply of chlorine to the Ingot plant from the chlorine car is shut off. If you are in the vicinity of the chlorine facility and you observe a chlorine leak, activate one of these buttons in the process of evacuating the area. Chemical pull stations are located in the evacuation corridor on either side of the chlorine facility. They are located near the self-contained breathing apparatus for emergency responders. If you have to evacuate, quickly determine the wind direction by the windsock that is located at the facility to give you an idea of which direction to travel. You want to travel upwind so that you're not caught in the chlorine cloud. Chemical pull stations are located outside the East End lunchroom and across from the EMC complex inside the Ingot plant. Emergency shut-off buttons inside the plant are located outside the East End lunchroom near the Scott Air Packs and southwest of the mold buildup area. These should be activated to shut off the flow of chlorine into the Ingot plant. Evacuation route maps have been placed throughout the Ingot plant. The routes have been designed to take personnel away from the chlorine facility and to a rally point. Again, any evacuation should be away from the direction of wind. Scott Air Packs have been placed in strategic locations throughout the Ingot plant. These air packs have been provided for the emergency responders in the event of a leak, for critical shutdown of equipment, and to allow access to the areas to confirm evacuation. All other personnel in the Ingot plant should evacuate the area immediately. Two types of escape respirators are available for evacuation. The first type of escape respirator is the ELSA 10-minute escape pack. Upon taking the respirator out of the box, turn the valve on the top and place the plastic hood over your head. This will provide you with approximately 10 minutes worth of breathing air, enabling you to escape from the area. The other type of escape respirator is the air purifying mouthpiece respirator. Place the mouthpiece in your mouth and the nose clip provided over your nose and escape from the contaminated area. Both of these respirators are designed for escape purposes only and should not be used to perform any type of work or rescue. Upon your escape, report any rescues or shutdown needs to be performed to supervisory personnel or to the main gate. This is the DuPont Safer System. The DuPont Safer System is tied into a weather tower out at the west construction gate to obtain current weather conditions so that evacuation instructions can be given utilizing real-time weather data. The DuPont Safer System is light pen technology, and it's menu-driven, and we will do a scenario of chlorine from the chlorine house. We're going to pick a 1-ton relief valve, activating, and you will see in a few moments the computer will project the area of impact of the chlorine release. Anytime the projected release goes off-site of our property, the 5-mile map automatically comes up, and you can see the impact area of a 1-ton cylinder relief valve operating. The map is color-coded, indicating the severity of the release. The yellow indicates 1 to 3 parts per million impact, the red zone indicates 3 to 20 parts per million impact, and the purple zone indicates over 20 parts per million or an immediate hazard. We can blow the map back up to the plant map to get an impact area in closer detail.